Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya, and today I'm going to do a reaction video for you. This is Violet. She wanted to come over and I guess hang out with me today while I'm filming. She doesn't usually do this. This is my son's cat. She is literally the sassiest cat I have ever known in my entire life. And she's either like this, like super lovey-dovey and wants all of the attentions, or if you try to touch her, she's like, "Excuse you, human. I did not give you permission to touch me." So she's not mean. She won't bite or scratch you or anything. She'll just have one of those moods where she's like, "Don't touch me." Currently, she is in a "I want all of the attentions on me" mood. So let's just give her all of the attentions. Let's look at her beautiful face. She also has the loudest purr I've ever heard in my life. I posted a video, a short, the other day, like last week one day, of her laying next to me purring all loud. Also, I wanted to say, I did get my video up that I was telling you guys about in my last video, my video that I was, I worked on it for like a week. It took a long time to put together this video about Illinois, and I focused on one section of Illinois, one very specific section that has Native American ancient pyramids, earthen pyramids there, and it's called Cahokia Mounds. And so I posted that video like 2 days ago. So if anyone has not seen it yet, if you're interested, it's very fascinating. I mean, it truly is, and I worked really hard on it. So anyway, so today's video I found on my own. This wasn't a suggestion, but this, I think that, okay, so the channel's called Before You Go. I've never seen the channel before, but the name of the video is 9 Best Things to Do in Newcastle, Australia, New South Wales Tourism and Travel Guide. And also this video is 3 years old, so there very well may be some things that have changed since then. I am aware that that is a possibility, so just know that this is 3 years old, so if there's anything changed, you can let me know if you want, if it's something like really important. I imagine like if he's going to mention pricing of things, I would assume that everything has gone up since 2023. So also wanted to say really quick, I forget to say this in most of my videos, but I do say it sometimes. I am aware that a lot of times these are narrated by either an American or AI or someone not from there, and so sometimes they could either pronounce something wrong, they could get a fact wrong, or if someone is doing like an opinion based video, then usually I completely understand that this is their opinions and their experiences, and that doesn't necessarily mean that that would be every person's experience. So I take everything with a grain of salt. I just want to make sure everyone is aware that I do understand that.
Newcastle is a harbour city in the Australian state of New South Wales and the second most populated city here. Of course, it is a worthy vacation destination, and here are the top things to do in Newcastle. Do stick around until the end to discover the world-famous attraction in number 1. Number 9, go sandboarding in Port Stephens. One of the first things to do during your stay in the harbour city of Newcastle is a day trip up north to the Adventurers Playground in Port Stephens.
So are they known for like dunes and stuff? There was one video I watched, a vlog, where I can't even remember now what area of Australia they were in. It was a while ago, but they went to these big sand dunes and they were doing this. They were sledding down the sand dunes. Reminds me of, we have a place in America called the Indiana Dunes, which is up at Lake Michigan on the Indiana side. And not this past summer, but 2 summers ago, me and my husband and my son, we went up to Lake Michigan to the Indiana sand dunes. That's where we were.
Known for its impressive attractions, Port Stephens promises excitement for everyone and is the ideal location for a fun family getaway. The pristine beaches, laid-back landscape, and calm lakes mean there are diverse activities and programs to explore here. However, it is the dry sand dunes that stand out the most here. These dunes are said to be the ideal location for sandboarding and surfing in Australia. and the experience here is said to be a lot similar to what you get in the Sahara. This means that you don't have to head out to the deserts to get an awesome picture of you sandboarding.
In
All you have
Illinois,
to do is get a sandboard and head up the dunes to enjoy the time of your life. No doubt, sandboarding in Port Stevens is a must-do Newcastle activity. Number 8, explore Lake Macquarie. Next, you may want to get ready for an explosive time on the lake as you explore the famous Lake Macquarie. Located towards the southwest of Newcastle, the lake is only a 30-minute drive from the city center and is one of the major landmarks here. Covering a total area of about 1,300 square feet, Lake Macquarie is also the largest coastal saltwater lake in the southern hemisphere. It stretches through multiple lakeside towns and is only separated from the Tasman Sea by a narrow strip of land. The lake itself is a spectacle to behold, and the surrounding beaches make it even more worth visiting. However, the main attractions here are the many water sports and beach activities hosted on the lake. You can join in on the fun as well by swimming, kayaking, skiing, or sailing, depending on which you are most comfortable with. You can also just relax on the shore and enjoy the mesmerizing view of the lake. Number 7, swim in the Bogey Hole. The Bogey Hole is another famous attraction in Newcastle, and it's a heritage-listed sea bath located south of the city center, also called the Commandant's Bath. This ocean pool is one of the oldest surviving
I feel like this might have been one of the ones that they showed me in my rock pool video that I did, maybe?
European constructions in the city. The pool was constructed out of a rock shelf way back in 1820 for the personal use of the Newcastle Commandant. However, it has since developed into a public attraction favored by both tourists and locals. The view of the pool is stunning, but the fun only truly begins after you take a dip in the nerve-cooling waters. Feel free to swim and splash in the water while enjoying a splendid bath. If you would rather stay dry, you can equally enjoy a perfect picnic on the cliff while taking in the brilliant view of the Pacific. Number 6, see wildlife at Blackbutt Reserve. It is no secret that Australia...
You have a place called Blackbutt? That's so funny. Blackbutt, would it say reserve?
Australia houses a wide variety of animal species, and it would be disappointing not to explore a wildlife reserve during your stay in the country.
I want to go.
Luckily, Newcastle boasts one of the country's most stacked facilities, which is the Blackbutt Nature Reserve. It is an environmental education facility and a zoo where native wildlife is preserved. Located just a mere 15 minutes drive from the city center, the Nature Reserve is a must-visit destination for all nature lovers. It features hundreds of native and foreign animals, including rare and endangered species. Some animals on display here include the flying fox, koalas, wombats, kangaroos, and emus. You can get up close and even feed some of these animals as you admire them in the nature reserve. This destination is also perfect for family picnics.
I have fed emus before. They are mean and scary.
Picnic shelters. Surely, you should get ready for unforgettable animal encounters as you learn everything you need to know about these creatures. By the way, if you want to learn how to save money on airfares, then click the link in the description below. This guide will teach you how to always get the cheapest flights. Number 5, learn about the city's history at the Newcastle Museum. The harbor city of Newcastle has a rich history too, and exploring it will give more meaning to all the attractions you see during your tour. Well, if you want to learn about this rich history and culture, then you should make the Newcastle Museum your priority destination. The museum was founded in 1988 to preserve Newcastle's history, but it was only moved to its current location in 2011. The museum now occupies the historic Honeysuckle Point Railway workshops and boasts incredible architecture that often captures the attention of visiting tourists. Once you get into the museum...
Speaking of museums and like railways, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Illinois has the oldest or the largest? Is it the oldest or the largest railway museum? I think it's the oldest one. The oldest railway museum, I think, was created here in Illinois, if I remember right. You guys can Google check me if you want. It's something like that.
You'll find several exhibits that give you an insight into the life of the early Aboriginal settlers. You'll also learn about the city's important steel and coal mining history. The museum is often only open to the public on Tuesdays and Sundays, except during holidays, when it opens every day. You'll certainly find your time in the wonderful establishment to be insightful and enjoyable. Number 4, check out the incredible Nobbys Lighthouse. Nobbys Lighthouse is an active lighthouse in Nobbys Head, and it is one of the top attractions to visit in Newcastle. It is located at the entrance of the city and has since been a significant landmark in the area. It was built way back in 1854 to guide vessels into the Hunter River. Today, it still acts as a beacon showing ships to the Newcastle port, but it has also been adopted as a tourist attraction. The lighthouse sits on Nobbys Headland, and the white walls of the incredible structure can be seen from miles.
Look at that. That literally looks like a painting. That doesn't even look real at all. That's crazy. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Fun fact for anyone who maybe does not know, Lake Michigan, which is basically like its own ocean, they have a lot of lighthouses too.
This premier attraction offers a clear view of several other attractions in the city, including Nobbys Bay and Fort Scratchley. You can also head down to relax on the sandy beach below the lighthouse. Number 3, Stroll, the scenic Newcastle Memorial Walk. Another popular attraction to check out in this city is the scenic Newcastle Memorial Walk. This commemorative pathway extends through some of the city's best views. It also features several artworks dedicated to the soldiers that fought in World War I. The Memorial Walk is located just beyond the Bogey Hole, and it stretches from Strzelecki Lookout to Bar Beach. This 1,500 feet long clifftop walkway is one of the most significant recent developments in Newcastle, and it attracts lots of tourists daily. Of course, a stroll on the scenic Newcastle Memorial Walk is a must-do in these parts, and you will surely enjoy the picturesque view from up here. Number 2, wine tasting at Hunter Valley. It would interest you to know that the Newcastle area was one of the first places that started what is now a rich history of wine production in Australia. Although it was a long time ago, the years have only improved wine production in these parts. Well, it would be a mistake on your path to visit Newcastle and not go for a wine tasting experience. Plus, Hunter Valley has been the best destination for this activity in recent times, and it's a 2-hour drive from the city center. This day trip will be worthwhile once you start enjoying the perfectly refined wine in the valley. Surely, there are several wineries in Hunter Valley, which has been Australia's capital for alcoholic beverage production. So, get ready to delight your taste buds with a great taste of freshly refined wine and alcoholic beverages. Most of the wineries here often open their doors to tourists looking to enjoy a wine tasting adventure, and you can often find birthday parties and other events being held here too. Number 1. Relax at Merriweather Beach. A beach experience is almost inevitable here in Australia, and Newcastle boasts a fair share of excellent sandy beaches. However, for the best Newcastle beach experience, you may want to head down to the prime Merriweather Beach. This beach is arguably...
Didn't the other videos say that Newcastle is like, what, an hour and a half drive from Sydney or something like that? Or was that a different place? I feel like it was this. I might be wrong.
The best in the city, and it also plays host to several international surfing competitions. This is an ideal place to relax and sunbathe while enjoying an excellent view of the bay. You can also join in on any of the water sports often available on the beach, which you will undoubtedly remember the experience for long. Click here for more things to do in Australia.
I would love to visit Newcastle. That's definitely a gorgeous place. I almost feel like if going to Newcastle would be kind of like going to Sydney. You know what I mean? Like, aside from like, you're not going to see the very specific Sydney things like the Opera House and like, you know, that restaurant way up in the sky and like things like that. But like looks wise, as far as the beaches and the scenery and the nature and the way the homes and the pools and everything, like everything looks very, very similar to Sydney to me with my American eyes. if that makes sense. But anyway, Newcastle looks gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love it. It's beautiful. I definitely would not go to a winery since I don't drink wine. My husband likes wine. So, like, if we were to go to Australia and he wanted to go to a winery, then I would go, you know. But, you know, fun fact about me, I don't really drink a whole lot. But if they had, like, a winery type place that was for you to go and get high, you know, with, like, you know, marijuana, I would do that. That's my sort of go-to. Yes, I'm one of those. By the way, I mean, I do it for pain control, but anyway, that was a cool video. Like I said in the beginning, if he got anything wrong, you guys can just let me know below. I understand that sometimes these videos, when they're not created by a local, they can get things wrong. I mean, I said that in my own video too, like when I was making the Cahokia Mounds video and I was like doing all this research and, you know, all this other stuff, like half the videos I found, like half of them were like located in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm like, wow, you can't even get the state right. That's crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and I'll see you next time.